I'm here to do a review of the Netflix series, The Ultimatum. I'm going to be honest, let me walk you through my original plan. I was going to do green screen, put the couple's pictures up behind me. But after that terrible last episode and the reunion, you're getting mid from me. Okay? Let's keep the expectations down, just like the show. Law of attraction. So what I'm really going to do here is I have a list of the couples. I'm just going to talk about them from least interesting to somewhat interesting. First up, Lauren and Nate. Y'all remember Nate? He sounded like a goddamn Ashanti song. Baby, 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 baby. Baby. Every time the camera came to Nate, he was talking about these children that he wanted. Then when the girl that he was about to pick got chose, because every day was Tuesday on this show. Okay. Anybody could be chose at any time. When the girl got chose, Madeline, then he said, oh, I ain't got no other connections. Let me go over here and take my girl. I want my baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I don't care that we came here to work on the fact that we have differences. I quit because I'm not going to be rejected. And that's what happened. Scratch them off the list. Alexis and Hunter. Alexis, you started a smear campaign against Kobe. Now, I don't know if it was editing, but that man told you on one occasion that he didn't see a future with you. You came back the next day, because again, it's Tuesday. You're looking to be chose. And you said to him, how can't you, what's your reasoning for not seeing a future? And he said, he took a pause and he said, that man tried to collect himself so that he can deliver it as nicely as possible. And he said, I'm not attracted to you. And that sent you into a whirlwind, a tailspin, because then you started comparing yourself to his fiance, talking about we look alike. Why? Because y'all got the yellow hair? Y'all look nothing alike. Zero. Ha! One of one. You are. Okay? So that whole thing, like going on and blaming Colby and talking trash about him because he didn't find you. He didn't say that you were ugly. He said, I'm not attracted to you. And that's okay. Everybody's not attracted to everybody. I was going to slick my edges down before I filmed this thing. But I said, no. You see what I'm saying? It's inconsequential. So then her man, Hunter, I think he's used to women who are on the verge of emotional breakdown because he was immediately drawn to April. Mouth almighty, tongue everlasting. Okay, which tells me that he has an attraction to fragile women. I think he probably likes to feel like a savior. And he saw that his woman wasn't finna get picked. She had given up on herself, came down with that little raggedy scrunchie on top of her head. She was about to be in shambles. And he said, you know what, guys? I'm going to marry Alexis. All right? Because the truth is, had he gone forward in the process and nobody chose her, there would be no peace. There would be no peace. Next up, Madeline and Kobe. Madeline, your friends. Fetishizing Randall the way that y'all were was gross. Made me uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable. I had to skip through a few times, especially with the one friend. The one friend said she slept with your man, the man that you with right now, and she don't remember it. It wasn't impressive. How she can come to the house still? When she done slept with your man, she out here telling people that he ain't got no stroke game. And then all the friends sat there down to the outside beer garden y'all was at, and they ran your man to the ground while they was slobbering all over Randall. How they can still come to the house? Because when they come to the house, you know they in the corner. Oh, here go Kobe. You know he is trash in bed. And he this and he that. He ain't got no money, girl. Like how y'all can move forward in their friendship when you got a gaggle of geese that's chewing your man out? That was a weird thing to me. And then the way that when Madeline and Randall came together, I felt like Randall gave Madeline a lot more grace than he gave his own girlfriend. And, you know, part of that is because it was shiny and new, right? And then another part of that was because she was more sexually aggressive towards him versus his girl. His girl preferred for him to do that energy. You know what I mean? So I think he got caught up in the fact of feeling desire and not being the one to desire in an expressive type of way. But it was a whole lot of stereotypes playing out in that connection right there. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. It was a lot playing out in that connection. April and Jake. A moment of silence. Because we never got one when she was on the screen. We never got a moment of silence. I never seen somebody talk themselves in and out of crying. It was like weaving through traffic. She would start here, go off a cliff, come back up. I was like, this is emotional instability. You don't need a relationship. You need an evaluation. And Jake just sitting there looking. You know what I got from him? There was a lot of anger inside of him, but it was really sadness in the middle, but he wrapped it in anger. I think she done talked his ears off about everything under the sun. And he probably, when he's quiet, he still hears her. I'm going to have to go to a retreat for silence after this because she talks so much. That was insufferable. And the way Jake's mom was like, I'm team April. Get April back in your life. I'm like, you must, y'all birds of a feather. I don't know. But their connection, Ray and Zay. First of all, Ray's daddy didn't like Zay. He borderline hit us with a lot of stereotypes. Oh, he wears a baggy jeans and he's on the social media. Y'all saw what was going on, right? Okay. Because I know I wasn't the only one with my monocle. We saw it. It was clocked. Time card stamped. Saw you, Pops. We know what that was all about. All right? And their relationship was weird because Ray gave the ultimatum. Marry me. I'm ready to be away. I'm ready to be away. What do y'all be thinking marriage is about? Whoop. I gotta really sit down with some people, and you know, it will be a perfect thing for unmarried people to come together and describe what they think marriage is so that we can show how it's not that. Because somehow people be thinking that once you get married, the problems of the relationship don't matter, count, disappear. I don't know. But that's not actually how any of it works, like at all. So she couldn't even tell the man what she liked about him. But as the show goes along, you came to see, you really can't talk to Zay about nothing. He is the physical version of April's mouth. Soon as you say something to rub him the wrong way, oh, I'm walking out. I thought Mary was on there. I'm walking. I'm like, no wonder this man in shape. He run miles a day. All right? Slow down, Zay. Let's have a conversation. And I understand that everybody has their dysfunction. I get it. I understand. And a lot of us were damaged by our childhood. But at a certain point, baby, you can't be used as it's not a badge. You can't be like, oh, you hurt me. This A through Z base, you can't hurt me like that because I got these wounds. A through Z, this is my badge. Oh, you hurt me. This is my badge. You can't do that. You have to take responsibility for your own healing. And the crazy thing is, he was very emotionally clear about what was going on, what needed to take place, and what didn't. But his actions were very contrary to that. I was actually on his side at the beginning, like, yes, she trying to tell you that she want to be your wife, and she can't even say that she love you. And what she love about you, that's weird. He was right. But the more we got into it, Shanique and Randall. I'm going to start here. I felt like Randall did give Madeline a lot more grace with her inability to communicate because he was infatuated with the newness of it. And Shanique ran him to the ground. Also, when Shanique was doing that immature, childish stuff, every time he tried to talk to her, she looked at, you should just stand in the corner. And like that shutting down type of thing, wanting somebody to run behind you, those are not healthy communication styles. They're not mature, and they're not good foundations for any type of relationship, whether it's familial, professional, relational. None of the above. It's childish. And I was with him while he was challenging her to push through that. But also, I didn't see him giving her the softness that he gave to Madeline. Like I said, there was a lot of stereotypes going on there. Let's talk about another couple on there that was giving big toxic vibes. Nick and Vanessa. Y'all on there talk about how y'all was running through each other's phones and giving up ultimatums. So basically, this show is a manifestation of the law of attraction. They say every trash can has its lid. How I want to end this. The last episode, I was very surprised that Jake said no to April, but I applauded that. I felt like she was not ready. I didn't feel like either one of them was ready. But it was funny when he was like, me and Ray are not going to run off together. That's not what's going to happen. 2 seconds later, he's pulling out 2 flight tickets for them to what? Run off on the plug together. Boy, I was up in here cracking up like he just said he wasn't finna do that. And that's the exact thing that he did. So I was surprised by that. Madeline, I felt she settled for Kobe because Kobe said, listen, I had to spend the last 3 weeks with April and I ain't getting no spice. So I was at the club seeing what it do. I was out here getting numbers and going to the mosey wosey. And when Randall tried to tell Madeline, hey, your boy is out here like kissing on strangers and stuff, freaking on for strangers, she was just like, don't tell me that on screen. That doesn't exist right now. We're in the land of make-believe. That was weird to me. Got Randall and the puppy running down behind her in the dark at night as a black man in this environment. Lord Jesus. I'm glad all parties involved are okay. April and Jake, we said that. Madeline settling for Kobe. Alexis and Hunter. Lauren and Nate. Shanique and Randall, y'all showed the most growth when it came time for the reunion. Y'all showed the most growth in that reunion. And I was proud of how y'all worked through some stuff. Look like still got to be some things to work through, but y'all doing the best that y'all can. I personally felt like no one on this panel was ready for marriage. But again, that's my version of marriage. Like I said, we will have to get together and come up with a word chart or something to kind of understand what people actually think marriage is and deconstruct that. Now, truth be told, this show is really a great value version of a show they got down to the OWN network. They got a show called Put a Ring on It, right? And Dr. Nicole, that's the difference. They have a licensed doctor, okay? Helps couples navigate through their toxicity. And they still date other people, the men and the women. They go on several dates with other people so they can see, is the grass greener? Are there more fish in the sea? Is it octopus? Is it whale? Is it tuna? Salmon? Is it swimming upstream? If it's swimming downstream? All right? And she helps them come to the table and see and work through. Now, over here down to the Netflix, all they did was gave these people some silver tumblers, put them in a small, cramped up apartment, and gave them some GoPros and told them to figure it out. And what they really did was they wasted our time. But it gives us something to talk about, a distraction from all the nonsense that's going on elsewhere in the world. You know, any final thoughts? I don't know where we are as a society when it comes to relationships. I don't know if this is the revelation period that we in, where we are pulling back the veil to see that a lot of people really is just bonded by toxicity, trauma, drama, to feel. Are we so numb that we have to be in relationships that cause a negative emotion just to feel? I mean, are we listening to too many of these social media relationship advisors who are living a double life? Derek Jackson, we talking to you. Come to the carpet. I just need to know, like, when I was watching this, and you ain't never gonna get no relationship advice from me, but I just couldn't believe the amount of cuss words that was going on in these relationships, the amount of disrespect, the fact that they didn't talk about real things, and they were spending a lot of time with these people. Granted, we got to add in a teaspoon of compassion because they in their 20s, y'all. So they really don't know no better. They still got a lot of life to learn, and I hope that the Lord blesses them so that they do. But this is how you be young and get into these precarious situations that will transform and change the trajectory of your life. A lot of these people should have never been in a relationship more than a one-night stand or a freaky sneaky. What y'all calling it? A sneaky link? They should have never kept going with these people. But they tried to build a life off of it because that trauma and drama was familiar. And maybe we just never took the time to define what a healthy relationship looks like. I would like to see that, okay? And I love couples who come forward and share so that you can see, well, this maybe not normal. Because I was looking at this like, you better than me. And y'all know what the subtext mean with that. You better than me. God bless. Let me know how y'all felt about the entire season from beginning to end. If there's another season, I just feel like Netflix in general in a relationship space, we had our one, okay? And that was Cameron and Lauren when they was talking through the wall. We ain't finna get another one. It's just gonna be all trash from here, just like Married on First Sight, just like Locked Up and Married, 90 Day Fiance. It's a whole lot of images of toxic relationships that is making them appear that this is the norm. It is not. Y'all be blessed.